What's up guys, Bodytags here and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at double IE Jhin. If you've seen this in your games you might think it's troll, but it is actually a very strong Jhin build. Today's video is brought to you by Zack by Dojo Madness. This is an AI gaming assistant that will give you news and information about your favorite games such as League of Legends, Dota 2, and multiple other PC titles. If we head to the gameplay tab here, Zack automatically recognizes when we are in queue. And whenever we are in champ select, you guys can see here that Zack gives us information about the champion select. Let's say that we want to play Jace. Zack will give us the automatic runes and core build. We just click import real quick and Zack automatically makes a rune page for you. Now that we are in game, we can check out the item sets that Zack creates. As you guys can see here, it just lays out the best Jace build of this patch by win rates, and it also tells you your skill order. So if you guys are interested in Zack AI, it is a pretty useful assistant for League of Legends, and it'll just get smarter the more you use it and learn your preferences. Make sure to check out the link in the description. It is a free download for Windows. And another unique thing about this build is that you do want to take the electrocute rune for your keystone. So the main idea behind this build is that Jhin has always been a character that loves attack damage, and you used to do this by going the lethality build. If you remember, you used to go Ghostblade, Dustblade, Edge of Night, all those items on Jhin because they gave him a ton of AD, and he scales really hard with AD. Now the issue with lethality is that those items got nerfed because of other roles abusing it, like Bruiser's top lane, like Jace, etc., like Kayn, those types of champions. So it kind of put Jhin in a bad spot. But with the Infinity Edge stacking build, which basically the new Infinity Edge came after Riot reworked crit items. I don't know if you guys remember that small little dark period in ADC history where we couldn't play the role, at least with crit champions, because the items were so bad. Riot actually made IE one of the most cost-efficient items in the game. So even ignoring the unique passive, it is very worth it to build multiple IEs just to AD stack on Jhin. And Jhin is a unique champion, or at least a unique ADC in that he really wants to stack that AD. So we can see here the matchup is Tristan and Nautilus. Nautilus is a pretty insane support bot lane. If I ever get hooked by him, we are pretty much done. I'm gonna have to be careful of that. It does look like my Thresh hits the hook automatically. Easy trade, you can see that electrocute proc right there. Just gonna flash and drop my 4th auto. Boom. Easy. We had the ignite ticking, so I knew that the heal would not prevent my 4th auto from killing him. And just a good example of level 2 Jhin. Hit level 2, especially with a Thresh, and it's super easy. Oh. I didn't want to really turret dive that there. Don't want to risk it, especially with no mana. I could have healed and maybe have gotten it, but I'm not trying to compromise myself, especially when we don't see Kindred on the map. So now Nautilus is back. We do have to be careful. There's a very realistic chance that they could all in us here. It's kind of unfortunate that I don't have enough for BF quite yet. And I'm also quite a ways away from BF. Just gonna drop a W before I base. And I'm just going to head back home. So for our secondary tree, as you guys can probably see in our inventory, we do have the biscuits. These are pretty useful. They give you a free laning phase, essentially. Looks like a skirmish in top jungle. So we're going to go straight for that pickaxe. Like I said, the main point of this build is going to be our AD stacking. And we're going to head back bot lane.
An ally has been slain.
See how the skirmish goes. Oh, there's so many low targets. GP probably should have gone on that Ziggs there. Got baited by the barrier. Quite unfortunate. GP's down. So it looks like we will have a 2-0 Anivia top to deal with. Now, you want to stack as many IEs as you can, but obviously you still have room to go for situational items. Like rapid fire would be really good in this case. Alright, so the Tristan tried to flash out there, but unfortunately she couldn't. So there I made sure to Q before my 4th auto because your 4th auto is an execute, and I also waited for Thresh's auto before I 4th autoed. Just good tips for securing kills on Jhin. You got 4 shots, you gotta make sure to make them count. So we're in a super good spot here. I unfortunately still don't have my BF sword. I'm really close though. I'm already at 1,000 gold and I just got back to lane. Probably have it in about 2 waves here. And these are really the power spikes you want to be playing around your high AD components. They're super nice. I missed both CS there, unfortunately. So just throwing my W out under turret, just getting a little bit of pressure. I am kind of low on mana, so the enemy should know that I want to look for my BF here and then just get out as soon as possible. So I am going to be a little bit careful of an all-in. Still a little bit rough CSing early game with Jhin, but I have enough for my BF sword now. I think I can base. As long as they don't interrupt me. Yep, so we're fine. So we have BF Sword Pickaxe, which is a pretty standard power spike on Jhin. I think the other most popular build is probably going to be IE into Rapid Fire. And oh, that's so close. They couldn't kill the Ziggs, unfortunately. I support roaming mid. He's pretty proactive with his plays.
The ecstasy of killing.
Alright. So they have priority here. I still need to respect their all-in. They're playing Nautilus Tristana. I am playing Jhin. Jhin is a very immobile ADC. One of the more annoying parts on Jhin is going to be CSing waves like that under turret. It's pretty hard to make sure that you get all of them. I unfortunately cannot in this instance, but we will live. I hit level 6 here. I'm gonna walk up and drop a few autos on the turret plating. It does look like they're looking for an all-in. Oh my god, that was beautiful. They made like a perfect opening right there. I need to respect the Ziggs here. I need to respect the Ziggs. He is roaming down. I was aware of that. That's why I didn't chase up into that tri-brush. Alright, so pretty good plays right there. Thresh able to get a nice hook before he dies, so we get the Tristana kill as well. And I now have my IE at base. I kind of want to push up here and greed for a turret plate. This is probably not being played very well by me. But I am pretty confident in my ability to win this. I still have flash and everything as well. Just trying to poke with W. It looks like Thresh is not going to be here, so I'm just going to go ahead and base. He looks like he wants to roam in for the Kindred mark. I'm going to stay here for the hook on Nautilus. I had to flash for that. I shouldn't have gone for the W. I should have just autoed him there. A bit of a misplay on my part. It was very silly. Looks like they were able to chase down the Kindred quite successfully. I'm gonna go ahead and ping that Tristana is missing, and I might finally get my turret plating here. We shall see. Looks like Rek'Sai wants to come dive this. So easy to follow up onto a Thresh that can just land hook like that. Like, especially with Jhin Thresh, super good synergy. There's just no counterplay if he lands his hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and base here. I still didn't base from when I had my IE, so I'm sitting on 2.6k gold. We're doing very, very well for ourselves. And now we have our IE power spike, so we're even stronger. Buy this, and we immediately buy PF sword, and this is where it starts getting kind of crazy how much damage you do. You guys will see when we get back to lane, if Thresh hits a hook, how fast we're gonna blow up that Tristana. Even Nautilus at this point, just because of the amount of crit we had. We do have a 550 gold bounty on us, and we have our flash down, so we're gonna need to be a little bit careful. Even though we're super ahead, we still need to respect the Nautilus Tristana all in. Need to play it smart, not get too cocky. Looks like Rek'Sai is hovering bot side. Walk up, get a few autos. Jhin can trade very aggressively like this. This is like the benefit of Jhin. His AD in lane is pretty insane. You always want to make sure that you Q to the lowest minion. That way you get your bonus damage on your Q bounces. If you kill a minion with it, it'll do amplified damage, so you want to be smart with your Qs. You'll get a lot more value out of it. And that's just one auto right there. On that Tristana. That damage is insane. So we're just going to keep the pressure up. We can get another turret plate here. And it does look like Rek'Sai is still bot side, so... Rek'Sai is swapping to mid, so we don't want to dive right now. No point in throwing our bounty. Once again, Q to the lowest minion, and it ensures that we kill the entire wave. And it does look like we're going to get first turret here as well. I haven't had to use any of my biscuits in lane, because it's been, quite honestly, a pretty simple lane phase. I haven't really been ganked or threatened too much. And you guys can see there just the sheer amount of wave clear and AD. I'm gonna go roam with Thresh to mid lane here, I think. Yeah, we got some of these turret plates. Get solo gold on that turret plate. Feels pretty good. As you guys can see, I'm like one-shotting the creeps that I go for. I am super close to my second IE. I need like 50 gold, so I'm just going to farm one more quick wave mid lane. And that's essentially all I need. Now I can base, get my second IE. And this is a huge power spike. So we're gonna get double IE, we're gonna get our blue trinket. And considering this game, I should go rapid fire, but I'm probably just gonna go a third IE for the sake of the video. But if this is like a ranked game or a super intense game, I'd probably go rapid fire. Or if it was a closer game. Looks like Rek'Sai gonna kill the That is quite good for us. Gonna stay pushing mid. Don't know where Ziggs is. Yeah, as you guys can see, we just straight up one-shot the range creeps. And our damage to turrets is going to be insane as well. When the Ziggs isn't here, we just got so much damage because of the sheer amount of AD that we have. We are at 376 AD 15 minutes into the game. This is exactly why this build is super strong. Just the sheer amount of AD stacking you can get away with because of how good and cost efficient Infinity Edge is. So as you guys can see there, my Electrocute finishing off the Ziggs. Good example of the unexpected burst of Electrocute. I'm not sure if he had barrier or not, but he didn't even really have time to use it. Gonna W, steal all of those little Kindred Wraiths. And this is what you want to do with double IE Jhin. You just want to play like a bully, you want to walk up, you want to abuse your extra AD. And take turrets. This is an insane amount of damage that I'm dealing with these turrets. As you guys can see there, it takes 3 rotations of my 4 shots to just 100 to 0 the turret. Absolutely insane. And into tier 2 as well. So I'm gonna go for my boots here. I like going into Swifties.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And it looks like they surrendered. Quite unfortunate, but they were getting stomped. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. That was double IE Jhin. Let's honor that Thresh. He was insane. And let's go ahead and see what our damage looks like. Of course, we top damage. We did 9,000 in a 17-minute game, which isn't too bad. As you guys can see, the Tristana was a non-factor. That was just a quick little Jhin game. Unfortunate that they FF'd at 17 minutes, but just a good example of how snowbally this build can be. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. My name is Bodytags, and I will catch you in the next video.
Bodytags, naughty bitch, finna put him in a body bag. Naughty bitch, caught a body. Bodytags, naughty bitch, finna put him in a body bag. Naughty bitch, caught a body. I've been making paper, no trees. This is that green, I ain't making no pleas. Never stressing no lease. I'ma keep you guessing on a beat.